Go ask your question.
Jay, man, I've worked with you for nearly a year. I'm going to try and...
1 year, is that it?
It's almost a year now, man.
Okay,
it's very close
cool.
to a year we've been working together.
Good.
Going to try and find out what makes you tick. You've been cutting for 4 or 5 years now, right?
Yep.
Yep. How have you changed as an individual in that time as a consequence of doing the actual job?
I have changed. I've changed a lot. It's been the first time that I've worked in local community business.
Yeah.
So it just brought me down to earth, made me feel part of the community. When I go to the swimming pool with Kenzo, I see the clients that I cut.
Yeah.
Just, I don't know, community business is just so cool. And you get to speak to people without the pressure of everything else. You just have to cut their hair.
Absolutely.
So I just feel like it's been stress-free and it's been good.
Yep.
Completely changed me from the corporate world, being stressed all the time, to now just using my hands.
Slower pace on the job, talking about so many different things. Like the content of what you speak about in this job is so different to other jobs that I've done, but they were mostly hospitality.
Yes.
But you've obviously coming from the corporate world, finance world, you're going to have really different dialogue with people.
Yes.
You're going to learn about people. You're going to learn like a consensus of like you're doing a census of what everyone in the community thinks about something.
Yes.
You're going to hear different takes about something.
Yes, different
That's
personalities,
really cool.
different
How
things.
was that to like meet a bunch of different sorts of people who
So
would
cool.
challenge views or your like preconceived ideas of how things are really like?
It can be hard sometimes, but it proves to you, if you're a good communicator, I feel like I'm a half decent communicator. Like it proves to you that you can communicate with everyone in the community. Or most people, not everyone.
Yep.
Most people.
Yeah, you can find all sorts of people relatable, right? Like people
Yeah.
who've had a completely different life and see things different. You can still find them relatable.
And you can learn stuff from everyone.
100%.
Like everyone in the chair that sits in the chair, they can teach you something.
Yeah, you'll be surprised by what a 14-year-old might say to you.
Yes, exactly. Could be anything. They could teach you about AI. I learned how to reseat my tap from a random client.
There you go. How to put
That's
the
weird.
handle on your door.
How to put the handle.
How to put the handle on the door.
How to put the handle on the door. So many things, like the list goes on. Where to service your car, what to buy for certain things, and it's just lawn. I learned about lawn maintenance. I learned about travel.
You get
It's
contacts.
amazing.
You get contacts. Hey, can you do this
Contacts
job for me?
for everything.
Unbelievable. And then you support their local business too, right? Like,
Yes,
it keeps on giving.
absolutely.
Yeah.
It's just like you do something for them, they do something for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Keeps on giving.
Got my house painted, plastered, all that.
You got
just
plastered?
From plastering, like
You
back
got
in the
plastered.
day.
You heard it here
Yeah.
first. We're going to keep that. We're not cutting that, my friend.
From back in the day, clients you just use their businesses, they use your businesses. Word of mouth has been crazy.
Yeah.
It's just cool to be able to walk around in your community and then know people. I feel like everywhere we go, if you're like providing a service in the community, you're gonna know some people.
You run into people. I remember when I was working in Burleigh, but still living in Surfers. When I go into Burleigh, I'd eventually run into people I knew. But in Surfers, it would never happen.
Yeah, well,
So
there
I
you
felt
go.
like more local.
Yeah, like Burleigh would be local. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or you go to like the shopping center, you're like at Robina or something, and then someone's like, "Hey, Jay,
Yep.
book me an appointment." It's just random.
That's cool, huh?
It's cool.
Yeah.
I never had that before. That's what barbering has given me, and it's taught me to appreciate small business.
Yep.
I was always like in medium-sized business or large business, and you don't truly realize how hard small business is until you're in the small business.
Rewarding, but in a different way, huh?
Rewarding, but in a different way. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's everything matters, like your marketing, the way you treat clients, the way you do your job, the way just everything. Every dollar counts.
Yeah, you got to keep every client. You have the two sides of it, or at least the two sides. You have the business side. That's for some barbers, I guess, who are business owners or they're looking to be.
Yeah.
And for every barber, you've got the personal side with the communication, being receptive and all, relating to people in the chair. And then you have the technical side, which is the bit that happens 100% of the time. It's the only thing that always happens out of all those three. You have to practice it every time.
Oh, yes.
But it sometimes feels like the bit that gets forgotten about, but it is the job, or is at least the cornerstone of the job. But it doesn't seem like the biggest part of the job, doing the actual haircut. But what I find interesting is how the technique will always kind of, it always kind of keeps you honest.
Oh, yes.
Like no matter how good the chat is and the business side is, like the technique, even though I guess sort of put to the side in terms of it does become automatic for you. It'll just keep you honest because you will have challenging heads and like I had before.
Oh yes, hadn't cut his hair in
and
8
just
years.
reminds you like, hey, yeah, exactly. It just reminds you, hey, like I'm still doing this manual job.
Yes.
How was that for you, learning a real manual skill that has quite intricate parts to it, and it's
So
very
hard.
procedural, and
So hard.
you
So
need the coordination of your fingers to do
hard.
so fucking hard.
So
Something was
F-word hard.
cut. Something was cut. You're gonna bleep that out.
You think
Jay said a naughty word.
you think that I think the chat is very important. I always
Yes.
see people that are giving terrible haircuts that are busy. We're all good, right? But
The thoughts and opinions expressed by
yes,
Jay.
yes. I almost my view is a little bit different. Mine's like the chat is probably more important than the technical side. How you look after your client, and then
Yeah.
the technical side comes.
I would never say technical was more important,
Yeah,
but it is interesting how it's just always there.
It's
Even the person
always-
that you can't talk to, like the
Yeah.
mute person,
you gotta
it's
cut.
like trying to squeeze the boulder. I was trying to squeeze that stone in your hand.
You
The technical, like it's, you can chat to like 90 or 95% of people,
you
but the
think
technical's there 100%. It's just interesting to me. It's not the most important, although for me it's like level with the communication
Yeah.
and that. But
yeah.
there's
For
something
me, it's
about
skewed.
learning
It's
the
like-
manual skills with the hand, where
It's
it's
very
like
hard.
people are coming to you because of how you use your hands plus how you make them feel.
Yes.
There's something about it that just like, it kept me like, I think I was a little bit better than I was, or a bit more advanced or further progressed than I actually was. And I'd know that because every once in a while something would come in and challenge me, or I would be a little dissatisfied with something I'd done technically on a haircut, and I'd be left like, I'd have no idea like what had gone wrong.
Yep.
Those sorts of things earlier on will keep
It gets
you.
less and less as you do more and more.
Yes.
True. Yes,
Yes,
as a barber.
it's interesting.
It was very hard though to answer that question. I thought that I pick up some clippers, I can cut hair,
Right.
and it took like 2 years before I sort of felt like confident, but not still lots of issues, and still got a bit nervous when certain haircuts and stuff came in, and then it like another 2 years after that, more confident again, and to the point where we are now. But just like the skin fade, you see people doing skin fades, and you're like, oh, that's blurry. That's all. That must be an easy thing to do. It's not an easy thing to do. You know, it takes like
no.
your muscle memory is like it takes years and years.
It's a
of
muscle memory.
muscle
And I
memory
think there's,
training.
There's instinctive things that you get instincts that grow, and that eye. You know, you get the eye.
Yes, your eyes
You'll see
develop.
like a tiny curl that just looks
Yeah.
a little bit too thick and heavy.
Yeah,
But you wouldn't have seen that a little while ago.
Yeah.
You see like 1,000 or more different situations on the heads,
yes.
different hair types.
I think now though we're at the point where we like, you can almost zone out and then look at the fade at the end and be like, oh damn, that's a
think
good fade
often-
I've just done.
I think often the best work, and you might
Just
agree with
automatic.
this, it's a little unconscious.
Yeah,
You'll be
yeah.
in the flow state.
Yeah,
You can access that, I think, when the processes do become more automatic, and when you don't need to enter the troubleshooting. You know how from time to time you will enter a little troubleshooting part of your brain during a haircut where you're like, okay, I actually have to think about this now.
Yeah, what's going on here?
It takes
Why
you back
does
to
that
earth,
hair
and you're
look
like,
like that?
oh, I do still have tools in my head. I
Yeah.
need to figure this out.
Yeah, yeah.
That's interesting. I do like how the brain's doing, you enter that flow state. That's hard to access in life, right?
it's hard.
It shows enjoyment in what you're doing. I think that's key.
And the other hard thing for me that I found, like just talking about the technical side, was to get faster.
Yes.
That took ages. I only think that like maybe over the last year or something.
How can I get more speed but be methodical?
and still produce an amazing product?
Yep.
How do you do it? Like now, yeah, absolutely. You can
It's
do
muscle
haircuts
memory.
in
I think
7
it's
minutes.
honestly just muscle memory.
It must be that, isn't it?
And cutting out the thought time. What do I do next? And cutting out the whole. As you do the same motion over and over, you become more and more accurate and at higher speed as well. Yeah. So I think that's interesting with young barbers. They do want to be fast because shops will often be telling them, you need to do 15, 20 a day. They're pretty inexperienced.
Yeah,
I
it's
feel like
hard
that's
for
not
them,
gonna
yeah.
that's gonna hamper their development more than guarantee their development.
And it's going to be mentally draining on that person who doesn't have that method and muscle movement ingrained in their head.
Yep, I think that they need to, the younger barbers in the
Take some time.
barbers earlier in the
Take
career,
your time with it.
be
Yeah.
given that time to soak in what they're actually doing.
To
Exactly.
learn.
Yep.
To learn. So true.
Yes, and then you can get quick. You
I think
learn the technique, and then you get faster.
I don't think pressure is a bad thing. When
No.
I started cutting for the Fashion Thrift Society event, that's when the pressure really turned on because there would just be a lineup of like people waiting for 2.5 hours for a haircut,
Yeah.
just for me. So I'd have to like go through the haircuts, and that sort of got me thinking quicker. And then the tools now, tools are like
Yeah, they
so
help.
much better,
They help.
so much more powerful.
Even in the 5 years we've been
Yeah.
doing it, they have advanced. You got stronger motors.
Stronger
They
motors.
last for longer.
I'm a strong believer on that
not as
strong
hot.
motor. Just
Yes.
smash through the hair with that.
And again, with the stronger motor clippers, they're much less forgiving. Like if they pass an area of hair, they're going to cut it.
They're gonna
So
cut
that's
it.
where the accuracy comes in.
Yes,
And then
true.
it's like, do we give these to brand new barbers? It's interesting.
That's true.
Because
That
at
is
one
probably
point they're
true, yeah.
fighting. At one point they'll be fighting the clipper if it's a low powered clipper. They'll
Yes.
be fighting it. They'll be like, why isn't this cutting enough?
Yes, true.
But you give
I
them a high
haven't-
powered one. That's
I
kind
haven't
of
thought
gee.
about that.
Did I want that half gun to go into the one? Like
like
I was just
that.
off by a little bit, but it's going to cut it.
True,
So
true.
that's interesting.
I actually struggle with fading even till today with my high powered clipper. I have to step it down like a few thousand RPM because of that. Like it's just like zzz, 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 zzz. You're like, whoa, damn, slow down.
Yep, it's the muscle memory, I think, and trust
Yeah.
in your process. Like
Yeah.
find a process that works. Try like 100 different ones. That's cool. I think sometimes the new barbers will be told you must do it this way. And in most jobs, I think that's not the right way to go.
Yeah,
I think
yeah,
there's a number of ways to attack this. Some will be better than others. Some will be slower or faster. But you need to try them all to see what works with your way of thinking.
I agree.
So
I agree.
yeah, and then when you find that process, you can get quicker.
I
and,
agree.
And you can use
But I
those.
do believe that you should find your process and stick with it.
Yes,
Like, don't
absolutely.
change it. Because
Try as
then,
many as you need, but if you find something that's giving you good results and you feel
just wait. Just
confident
stay.
with what it's doing for you and it's reliable and you can replicate it,
Mm,
I think that's find something you can replicate.
true.
It'll give you self-belief, I feel like. It did.
I remember writing it down like before, like just in a little book, my
Yep.
process. And I would just, if I found something that worked a little bit differently, I would cross that bit out and I'd write the new bit in
Yeah.
and just keep doing that.
Yeah, we did a little drawing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'd always watch YouTube, barber videos, watch the barbers in the shop. But yeah,
The material for the people to learn in the trade today is so different than 5-10 years ago. So much online, so much on YouTube. It's unbelievable.
YouTube is great. I think it's great because you get to see all the different barbers. What I do here at barber school though is a lot of barbers talk about they watch YouTube or they bought this little online course or something, and then they ask me, they're like, Jay, I saw all these sections in this guy's hair. And I'm like, cool, we can show you how to do all of those sections. But really in the barbershop, if you're going to be doing all of those sections, it's going to take you like 2 hours to do a haircut at your level.
Yep.
So like, just
Do
do
you
the
learn
haircut.
do you learn the fully detailed, longer version first? Do you learn it later? It's a tricky
I
question.
think you got to learn it
I think you
later.
need a happy medium.
I think you got to learn it later. Because every time I go to a barber show or go to barber education and I hear these international barbers talk, 3 years ago, maybe I didn't understand them as much. 2 years ago, I understand them more. Last year, I understand them even more because I'm understanding hair better. If you're teaching these people all these complex sections, they're not going to get it, man. I
Yeah,
don't
start on
think
the
so.
simpler things. Move to the
Simple,
more
yeah.
advanced.
Too short
But
back and sides.
You got to build the understanding over
Start
time.
with that, and then start with your sectioning. And yeah, okay, fine. Like do like ladies solid form haircut, whatever, bob haircut, all of this rubbish.
Yeah.
But really, in the barber shop, time is money, right? Unless you're charging
Yes.
$100 a haircut.
And that's where the difficulty comes in, to balance the business side of it with the nurturing and development of the newer staff, right? The newer barbers, because they need time to pick up the more advanced principles, even the basics. They need time to go up each step in learning, up
That's
each level.
true.
But
That
it
is
doesn't.
true.
It's not good for business always.
It's
Whether
not
it's
good for
the lower
business,
quality
no.
of the haircut because they're less experienced, or it took too long, or
Or
whatever.
they can
Wait
charge a
times.
bit less,
Yes.
you know, and then do more haircuts, and people
Yeah.
have lower expectations.
Yeah.
That might work.
I know you would have seen it as well as I have in my career that so many shops will just value that quantity over quality, and that extends to the new barbers, and it's going to stunt their growth. I feel like
Yeah, they're just
maybe
not going to
that's
get it.
a
Yeah,
change in the industry culture that we could see in terms of
maybe.
slight business sacrifices for the later on good of the member.
True.
So yeah, I do feel like I see the training and the development sacrifice for the income so often in the shops like that. I think it's a shame.
Yeah, I think it's a balancing act. Like you got to be able to do a good haircut, but you got to be able to do it fast. And you're right, you need time to learn. You need that extra time at the beginning to take your time, spend that. I was getting annoyed at barber class. I told my wife when I got home, I said, oh, this student took like 2 hours to do a skin fade or an hour and a half to do a skin fade. And she told me straight away, Emily, she said, do you remember how long you used to take to do skin fades? You would have one client and then you would start at 5 and you'd come home at 9. Didn't she little did she know that I was that we would have a few beers and a pizza in between. But still, 4 hours.
That takes time. That
takes time, yeah.
Especially if it's more than one beer.
Exactly. So it was
but certainly things
not that I drink
longer.
anymore now. Very rarely. Yeah. But yeah.
More on that. Yeah, absolutely. Do you think that good comes before fast?
Yes.
Yeah, it has to. I think it has to.
You have to get good at cutting hair. You got to be doing blurry haircuts. You got to be doing good layering. You got to be understanding how to connect the head.
Yes.
And then once you know how to do all of that well, good beards, be able to groom people's eyebrows quickly. Once you know all of that, then the speed. But you got to work on the speed.
Yes, and I feel like the communication side of it can blossom more when that technical side is a bit more automatic. It is hard not to seize up when you're trying to follow what they're saying, have a detailed conversation, really relate to them, but you're not 100% on what you're meant to do next door.
True.
You're just going to take a long time and you're getting a bit conscious about the time it's taking and those sorts of things can play in the mind when you're earlier in the career, and they don't later, and it's easy to forget them, but they happened back then. And yeah, I definitely feel like that emphasis on the good before fast.
Yeah, that's actually a good
so
model.
Important.
Good before fast.
Yes, it's not profitable immediately, but it has to be better over the longer term. If we're looking to create more skilled professionals, I know that you speak about, you perceive the average level of barbers in the area here to be lower than it should be, really. And I think that must have a lot to do with it. Yeah. Are we trying to make money, or are we trying to make good barbers who will make more money?
I agree.
So that's interesting. We may be going about it backwards, a lot of shops, I think.
Back to the communication thing. I think that communication can be taught and gets better over time, like you said, because things get more automated. I agree with that point. Yep. And younger people, we have at barber school, there's lots of younger people. We've even had younger staff here in the shop. And as they get more confident, their communication gets better. Yep. Which is so good. I like that.
Yep. Young people, they may feel like they have someone middle-aged in the chair. They may feel like they're not being taken seriously, It's going to take a while to step into a job with confidence.
True.
The person in the chair can tell if you're confident in yourself or not. Are you a bit meek and timid? Are you a bit
That's an episode, how to be confident, behind the barber chair.
Can you fake it till you make it? Yes,
yeah,
a bit.
100%
to be honest,
you can.
To be honest, I think the hardest part of faking it till you make it is making yourself believe it. Yeah. But if you can, then you may do well.
Because most of the time people undersell themselves. I think so. They're faking it, but they can do the job, They can do a decent haircut.
I do think people undersell themselves.
They just doubt themselves.
Maybe don't realise how close they are to where they're trying to get to with it. That's for sure.
Oh, it's a good thing, man. Barbering is a good thing. You can do it forever. And I feel like it takes a few years to get good, but once you get good, it's a skill that you're always going to have.
Yeah, absolutely. Here's one. What situation have you been in where someone was just so impressed by your ability to do your job? Client, family member, anything. It does happen sometimes. You forget how technical it is and how good it looks to someone who doesn't know how to do it.
I usually get that when it's like a friend or an acquaintance. I'm at uni now, right? So I went on a retreat and I made friends at the retreat, and one of the blokes came for a haircut, first time ever cutting his hair. And he likes a cool haircut. And when we were on the retreat, I seen all the messed up bits of his haircut that he had the last time. So I'm assuming that he's been going to places that don't precision cut sometimes.
Sure.
And yeah, I cut his hair and he was just blown away. So I think it's that new client, you know, that new client that hasn't been to a technically sound barber that then comes in and then they're blown away. He was one. He was like, whoa, Jay, left a 5-star review for us, which was great.
That's a great scenario to have, I think.
Yeah.
You can give people a better idea of the industry than they had before.
Yeah, or a better idea of what they can look like.
Yeah, that's true.
And they
it's
just
like, wow, I didn't know I could look like this.
Yes, I didn't know my hair could look like
How good is that as a feeling to give to somebody?
That's crazy.
That's awesome. And we can do that, you know.
Yeah, that's my favorite. If I was in a walk-in barbershop that had mainly new clients, I would just be on like an adrenaline high all the time. Just be doing amazing haircuts.
Oh, you don't anyway.
But a lot of the clients, when you are in a shop where you take bookings and you manage your own schedule, they're like regular clients, right?
Yep.
It's always the same people coming through. So when you get that new client, or when I get the new client, I'm like, oh, it's my opportunity to show this person what I got.
How good. You hear the bad story from another shop sometimes, you're like, yep, it's all set up.
You got to try to be professional, but sometimes it's hard, you know, but yeah, you do. Yeah, look, everyone has a different style of cutting hair. We do it a bit differently here. What would you like today? Then blaze them up.
Blaze them up.
Oh, good.
Do you ever forget like how valued you are by the client? Sometimes I've realized that, hey, I didn't realize they really give a damn. Like they're really looking forward to this.
Yeah.
How good is that?
I forget that all the time.
Right.
Like even when I cut down my days of cutting and the client's got a work schedule that doesn't match with the days that I have available, it's almost like non-negotiable that they want to get a haircut after hours.
Yeah.
Like I will still cut their hair, but it might be at 6 a.m. in the morning at the studio or something.
Yeah.
And it's like, Jay, that just shows like they value you as a barber.
And they'll work with you.
And they will work with you, and they will like, it's non-negotiable. They're going to find a time somewhere in your calendar, if 6 a.m. in the morning or 7:30 at night, 8 p.m. at night, and you'll cut their hair.
Something about your client base sort of restores faith in humanity a bit, doesn't it?
Oh, man.
You'll see how people are willing to work with you. You'll hear the stories. You'll hear they're still trying to show up and do their thing after having a really tough time. You know.
Yeah.
It's an awesome part of it. You will think, gee, this guy's going to mess me around here, and over again I've been proven wrong. Like, no, he's done the right thing. Like, you know, maybe people aren't as bad as I thought. Maybe I'm just a bit pessimistic. That's a cool part of the job. I feel like, you're going to learn so much about people that you didn't know before. In a chill setting, no one's really trying to be better than anybody else. You're sort of stuck there chatting for like the best part of an hour.
Yes.
And good things can come of it if you let it go that way.
So true. I want to do barbering when I retire. When I lead into my retirement, not that I'll stop cutting hair, but that's really what I want as my retirement career.
Yeah.
To cut hair. Just get a cool barbershop, you know, all the old blokes hanging out.
Get your mates in,
cut their hair, hang out in your shop.
Yeah.
I really want that.
So like a men's community hub.
Yeah, just blokes hanging out, you know, shooting the shit.
Yep.
Talking about life, getting some haircuts.
You can really turn people's day around, huh? What's one off the top of your head, off the dome, where they've come in for a service and they've just left feeling completely different? You've just changed their day.
Oh, I think that happens. A lot of people say in the chair, oh man, how good does it feel to get a haircut?
Yep.
Lots of people say that, right? How good does it feel? Or the person that's yawning. It happens every week. It's like, oh, I just feel so relaxed in the chair.
Yep.
Happens every week, yeah. This week, last week, it's great. Fantastic. Some people are really struggling in their personal life. And the only thing they can do is like, because they have it in their calendar, because you've rebooked them, is come for the haircut. Come for the haircut and they instantly feel better.
Yeah, that's the hangout time, man.
Yeah.
And yet you're going to hear some heavy stuff from people as well, right? Like,
yes.
You're going to hear heavy stuff and it's going to be real. And sometimes I feel like you can be driving home and it's on your mind. If you really know them, that can be... There's one thing about the job no one seems to chat about, but the disconnecting at the end of the day, when you really care about some of the people, hopefully all of them.
True.
Well, you really do give a damn about...
yeah.
Like
I message them when I think about something that they told me through the day.
Yeah.
I'm like, what happened with this?
How do you
did
go with
with that?"
disconnecting, like, from that and focusing back at home? Because you've got to wear so many hats as a barber. You know what I mean? And how do you go disengaging with that at the end of it?
I find it actually quite easy because when I was in the finance world, we were dealing with like lots of money and people's retirement, and and then someone dies and you got to help them with a claim and all. It was like heavy.
Right.
And then being in the barber world, it's like, yeah, it gets heavy, but it's nowhere near as stressful as that. I feel, anyways, coming from that industry. And at the beginning, I would take a long time with my haircut, so I felt like the conversations would get like deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper and be more mentally draining. But now that I cut quick, that I can cut quick, sometimes, we hang out with the clients.
Yeah.
I feel like if those appointment times are a bit shorter, it's less draining.
That's the balance then between the two halves of the experience.
Yeah.
As well.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's definitely going to be people when you see them walk in and you're like, "Gee, I want to talk to them for a few minutes, Like, I want to talk to him, see what's going on with that.
Yeah. It's hard. It is hard sometimes going through someone. Like I've had clients where I cut the grandfather and then I cut the whole family, but then the grandfather passes away and then the family are coming in for haircuts for the funeral. Like that's heavy,
Yep, and you've seen it happen over time, like they got to know you as well.
Yeah, exactly.
I never expected that because I always saw it as an artistic service industry. I didn't understand that you would be someone sounding board a few times a day. And
yes.
You could have a big part to play in deciding really how their day goes, and
true.
You can unlock things for them sometimes. They can unlock things for you.
Yeah. Usually they're unlocking things for you.
100%. Are you ever absolutely shocked? I reckon you are. Are you ever absolutely shocked by how much people remember about your stuff in your life and how much they actually care about stuff? I remember someone like my wife's name or watching it for work for like the first time, and I thought, oh,
that's amazing.
I can't believe.
Why would you remember
why
that?
do you care about my life? But turns out that's another part of like just the faith in humanity. Like people are often a bit better than you think they are en masse.
True.
Yeah, because you get to having them in the chair, you're touching them and stuff. Obviously, they're going to be a bit more authentic than they might be in other settings, or they got the time and that comfort agreement where they feel like they can be.
True.
That comfort agreement is something I think about a lot.
The memory thing is an interesting one.
Yep.
Because when I was in the finance world, I would never remember anything. Ask my wife. I couldn't remember anything. Zero. I was just under that much stress.
About what?
Just anything. Like, I just couldn't remember anything about anyone. Like, I would always need, like, diaries. But now, I still use a diary on my phone. But now, I remember the most intricate details about haircuts that I did, like, 3 years ago.
Wow.
Intricate details about people. Like, I can remember, even if that person came to me and then left overseas for a few years, I can visualize, like, the conversation, the person, the haircut,
I think that really must come from, I thought about this, I think it really must come from how present you are when you're doing the job.
Okay, maybe.
The more present you are, I feel the more you retain.
Yes.
And the more novel the experience is, I know that the more novel the experience is, the more the brain can recall of it.
Yeah.
That's why time seems to pass so quickly when you're doing the same thing every day, like work. When you go for a holiday, it can really drag on.
Yes.
So novel experiences, new experiences, and things that you're really engaged in, locked in, you will retain it. And it's interesting, I'll see someone will come in, I haven't seen them in years, and I might have just done them once or twice. I don't remember them, I might think, gee, I feel like I've seen that name before. And then I'll be somewhere combing their hair, and it'll get to a certain thing on the hair, and I'll be like,
that's what
he's a firefighter. And it's like, yeah, he does have a double crown. That means he's a firefighter because it's this color and this was the longitude where I cut his hair and that. You know what I mean?
It's cool.
Something triggers your memory
and
you
just boom,
you're brought back to that
that's
chat.
what we did.
You're that guy. That was your story.
Yeah.
The story and the hair,
Yeah.
Or something, you'll see the haircut when it's done, and you're like, that side profile.
Yeah.
That's him.
That's what it was.
Yes.
So cool.
It's cool like that. I definitely feel like the retention for that sort of stuff is somewhat easy, to be honest, because it's encouraged by how engaged you are with the job.
I've never heard of it like that. Never heard about it like that, by how engaged you are. And it's true, we're always present. We're never like doing other shit while we're cutting hair.
No.
Very rarely do we even talk to each other while like we're cutting hair, unless we're engaging in a whole conversation.
Do you ever talk
To
your clients?
Yeah, what do you mean? We always talk to our clients.
You're talking now.
We talk to them all the time. And they talk to us, and they talk to each other in the shop. But
Not a
it's
peep.
cool.
No,
You
definitely.
can't.
Definitely
If you're not going to
chatty.
talk to your clients, then you're not going to get You're going to not retain clients.
Absolutely.
It's as simple as that.
You've started to, without knowing, you've started to help me get out of my morning funk I'll have sometimes where I'll be much quieter in the morning.
Oh yeah.
And I'll get in the swing of the chatting thing later on.
Yeah.
And some people come in the morning, I'll be a bit quiet. Like,
Yeah.
you right, mate? I'm like, yeah, what's your fucking problem? And that's funny.
You warm up, but be ready to talk to people. I always hear like from barbers, they're like, oh, our barber shop, now we don't really talk to the clients, we just get them in and out.
Do you hear that?
I hear that from other barbers in the
very
community.
unusual.
It's so weird. I'm like, even when I'm at the Fashion Thrift Society event and we're doing like 7-minute, 10-minute, 15-minute haircuts, still chatting with everyone, still get like 3, 4, 5 5-star reviews in one day.
Yep.
Just from like super quick haircuts. Like, I just can't believe in my mind that a client would not want to. Maybe there's a select, small, micro amount of clients that are stressed out, just want to be quiet.
Yeah.
But
I find that very, very unusual that that would be the general approach of the business to just not really talk. I mean, you can put in the comments if you would prefer to be ignored for like an hour or not.
Yeah, it's awkward, right?
It's awkward.
It's
man.
awkward.
If someone's going to touch me, I want them to talk to me.
Talk to me.
100%.
It's so weird.
I find that to be an unusual approach for sure.
They do that.
Yes.
Do that.
Yes.
Maybe it's like a communication thing, or like a nerves thing, or maybe there's just no good leadership in the shop. I don't know. English
Different
might be a
approaches.
second language, maybe.
English
I
to
don't
be a
know.
second language. That's tough. That's tough. English to be a second language, or just to be needing to speak a second language to new clients.
True.
That would be really quite intimidating. Not something that I really need to ever, put up with. But for other barbers, say I was cut in a different country, didn't speak English. That's a challenge because
you have to
need
translate,
to know very
I guess.
nuanced information about a haircut. Sometimes, like I want it disconnected, but I want it to look like it's not undercut. Like even that's complicated. Something like that in another language would be so hard.
I'll be
And
like,
just a few
I don't
words,
know.
but that's a
I don't
very
know
big
what
difference in
haircut
their
that is.
haircut.
Yeah.
So, I definitely feel for ESL barbers.
ESL.
English as a second language.
Is that what it is? Good
barbers
abbreviation. Yeah, there you go.
Who they're trying to learn the technical, but they also need to use that RAM space, if you like, in their brain for what word do I say? What guard do I put on? Plus, what word do I say? And what's this even called? What am I doing? That's hard. I definitely feel for them.
I wonder if they could just follow a script
I think that
every day with a little bit of.
I think for the earlier stages, that's probably the best way to go.
Just like this morning, you're going to ask them how their weekend, we're going to say hello, shake their hand, how their weekend was, tell them a bit about your weekend, and then use some open-ended questions. Boom.
Absolutely. I think
Middle of the week?
we potentially always do that to some degree.
We do,
But
right?
for the guys with the weaker English, they're still trying to get a rap on their English, I think.
That's true. And
It's
when
sort
you've
of
got
a
to
script, a basic
translate,
outline. It's going to help. Keeps you comfortable because now the person's responding well to you. So you're like, well, now he's going to give me a bit of grace with the haircut time, or if I take a bit longer or whatever, I made a good start. I feel like so often if I've got a challenging haircut, even now, I'll try to really engage in the conversation. It actually takes my mind off how challenging it is.
I think it relieves the pressure
Yep.
of the haircut.
You don't want to be thinking, gee, this is...
I try
Fucking
to say
this
to
is
the new
difficult, you know.
barbers, I'm like, just talk to the client. If you're a bit stressed out, you'll see. They know that you're new.
Yes.
They're all good. They're sweet.
Yes.
They're not expecting you to be
Just get engaged with them with a chat.
Yeah.
Just engage them with a chat. And
all good.
it makes them feel reassured. Takes their mind off it just as much as it takes your mind off it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Send it.
Cut.
Send it there. Good chat.
This sentence is in place of a proper ending because we refuse to make the editing for an ending to this video.
Season 1, episode 1. Let's go.
Season 1 prologue.